Hello and welcome. My name's Julie, an English planner, and in today's video I'm going to be making 4 spreads for the month of August in my Skinny Mini Happy Planner. I'm also going to be sharing some tips and tricks that you can use in your planner and chatting about what's been happening with me lately. This was my spread for National Planner Day with those very cute Happy Planner stick babes, and last month I decided to shop my stash and only use Happy Planner sticker books for all my spreads. But this month I'm going to change it up and use supplies from 4 different planner shops. As you can see, I like to leave room for writing in my planner as well as making it look pretty. So if you like a little bit of fun and function in your Happy Planner, then hopefully you'll find some of the ideas I share in this video useful. Take out the pages, and if you're an animal lover, I think you'll enjoy these spreads because I'm going to be starting with these very cute cats on this washi tape from the washi tape shop. I did do a video where I made some flat pages in my creative journal using them, but because they are the perfect size for the Skinny Mini, I wanted to use them for a spread for International Cat Day on August the 8th. On August the 15th, it's Honeybee Day, and although this is a spring sticker book, it's got some really nice bee stickers in a set I haven't used yet, so I'll be using this regular sticker book for my second spread. I also have this honeycomb stencil, which I'm going to try and bring in, which will be the first time I've brought stencils into my Skinny Happy Planner. For my third spread, I'm going to challenge myself to use this Hubman and Chub Girl planner kit. With the planner kit you get some larger stickers and then all these sheets that have got various elements on, so I'm going to see how well they work with my Skinny Mini. You do also get these 2 little die cut stickers. If you're interested in Hubman and Chub Girl subscriptions, I recently did a video where I go through all the different options and give you my recommendation if you're a first time subscriber. But these are super cute and perfect for a summer spread. I'm going to finish with some printable stickers from Porter Arts Design, and we have these very cute summer penguins. I printed them out to be a small size, and on the 30th of August it's beach day, so these match the theme perfectly. A little tip from me: if you ever get pre-cut tapes from washi tape shop or journals say or doodle diaries, is to get hold of some of these sticker storage books. They sell them on Amazon, which have the sticker release paper. I know Mojo Jojo Plans has also brought out some. They are great for taking your stickers off the rolls and having them easily accessible on a sheet. I find it really difficult to manage the rolls as I'm planning, and this is much easier for me to plan with. These actually come off in one long strip, so I had to cut them, but I'm going to be cutting them out more individually for this particular spread. So never worry about cutting up your stickers or using them in a different way from which they were intended. I'm going to white out the dates, and this is something I often do purely because I like the decorative elements to go on both sides of each page and the dates get in the way. But I do try to do at least one spread where I leave the dates alone, because I know not all of you have got the time or inclination to white out the dates before making the spread. I think I'll also get rid of the year. So I hope you've been having a lovely summer. It's been very hot here in my part of the UK. We haven't had rain for quite a long time. A lot of areas are officially in drought, and I don't do particularly well in the heat. So although summer is my favourite season, I'd like it to be a little bit cooler. But we can't have everything. What I like to do is alternate the sides that I put the stickers on, and this works really well in the skinny classic layout as well, and the horizontal layout. And I like that I don't really have to put too much thought in where I'm putting the stickers. And just go from side to side. Because we've got the cloud on that side, then I want to have one on the other side for balance. So that's another tip. You don't have to leave the line that they're hanging from on. I've taken it off this particular one. Now we've got the cloud at the bottom. Another thing I'm careful of is not to put the stickers all at exactly the same height. So although I want this one on this side, I'm not going to put it here because it's exactly level with that one. So I will just bring it down a little bit. You have to be careful of the holes. And I find I'm not too fussy about where the stickers go. I can get a spread done in about 15 minutes, which is quite quick for me. The more you look at these cats, you see they all have different personalities. There's one I nearly used who's throwing a rock to knock the other cats off. So that's how quick adding the decorative stickers is, one on each side. Now I find adding washi always brings a spread to life, and I want something black and white so that it looks a little bit cartoony. So I'm thinking I might add this. I got it off Etsy several years ago, and unfortunately I've not been able to find it since. It came in a set of 3, and I'm close to finishing one of them, so I'll be very sad when that's finished. That's this one, which I did consider using, but I haven't got much of it left, as you can see. So I'll be back when I've added the washi and the dates. I've added the dates, and a tip for those of you who like to redate your planner is to invest in some days of the week washi. I use this one a lot with my Skinny Mini because the days are very small. I picked up this colour one recently in a very cheap set from a craft shop here in the UK. And the one I used is an old Amy Tangerine Days of the Week washi tape from my scrapbooking stash. And I thought the colours matched the kitties really well, which is another reason I like to change the dates so that I can match the colours. Along with the days, you can also grab numbered washi. Although for this particular spread, I use the Happy Planners Essential Dates and Numbers because that's got a whole variety of number stickers in it. I also recommend JoJo's Dated Sticker Books. I use them all the time in my social media planner. So you can see that, as well as looking really cute, I've left plenty of room to write on each of the days. It's so hot I'm sticking to my piece of paper. I'm just finishing off the little strings so that they don't look like they're coming from nowhere, they're coming from above. I did add in these little stars here, and the reason is that I didn't want to take the washi all the way across the line, which is another tip. The lines are great in these planners for placing the washi along, whether you have a classic vertical, horizontal, skinny classic, or this one. But don't feel you always have to take the washi all the way across from one side to another. Sometimes it looks really effective if you just take it part of the way across. You can even get your X-Acto knife and cut a little slant at the end if you want. Now, I'm wondering about adding some of these smaller stickers. Got quite a few of these little stickers. So we can have a little sun in the sky to balance up that yellow that I added there. Some little stars here. So I'm not going to be able to use this space for writing. I'm not somebody who likes to fill up all the space on the pages. I like quite a lot of white space, but if you do like to do that, then there are plenty of these little elements that you can add just to bring a little bit more fun to the page. I don't have much of an update about my mum and her eyes. We did go back for another appointment after her cataract operation wasn't that successful, and she was given eye drops to take, and we've just been back after another 6 weeks of her taking the eye drops. The mistiness has cleared up a little bit, but they say there's still some swelling, so it's another 6 weeks of eye drops. She is rather relieved that she doesn't have to have the second eye done during this hot weather. And I suppose at least there is some improvement. Now you may be wondering where the boxes are on this spread, but you don't actually need to use planner boxes. You can write directly on the page, which is something I like to do. But I also do bring in mild liners from time to time. I think I could leave this page like that, but I probably will add mild liner lines just to give it that finishing touch. But I'll show this finished spread at the end with all the others. And as usual, you can tell me which one is your favourite. So now let's move on to spread number 2. So for this spread for World Honeybee Day, I wanted to use this stencil that I bought. I think it's a Simple Stories stencil, I'm not sure. I got it from Hey Little Magpie, which is a shop here in the UK. I've not done anything like this before in my Skinny Mini, but I wanted to try it. So I have some ink that I got from Journal Say, and I'm using this brush that I also got from Journal Say. It's actually a makeup brush, and I'm just going to go over the stencil. I suppose the tricky thing is it can move. So I'll try to keep my hand on it. Oh, that illustrated my point exactly, but I think we were okay. So that's that side. It looks quite cool. And we'll do the same with this side. I think you can use washi tape and tape it down. So that it doesn't move. It's just something that is quite simple for anyone to try and creates a little background for your spread. I will use boxes on this spread. I don't have a lot to write in this planner, so as long as there's a little bit of space on each day, I should be good. I'm using the 3 colours from the sticker set. So we've got the yellow, purple and this sort of orangey red. I don't often add all the boxes first before adding that decor, but I'm going to this time. So you can see how I've used the same colours on both sides, but I do rotate the boxes so they don't look the same and try to pick different sizes. So now I can add some decorative elements. I don't often have anything to write on a Saturday, so I don't mind putting a little bit more decoration on there. I've got enough room to write something small. This is such a pretty sticker set. And you can see I've alternated the stickers again. I've done a little bit of clothes shopping, not a lot, because in one of my videos I made a list of all the clothes that I have, and I found out I had so many skirts, so many dresses, that I put myself on a strict limit of only buying things that I really needed. I don't think I've bought any dresses this year, which is very good for me because summer dresses particularly are hard for me to resist. But I have bought quite a few pairs of trousers. I'm hoping to go through my wardrobe towards the end of the summer and clear out some of my clothes, but I do tend to hang on to them for as long as there's any life left in them, because I'm a bit of a hoarder, and also I find that things I've bought in recent times just don't last the way things used to. I think I might add one more box on Tuesday. And I don't really think I need to have washi on the lines this time, but I will bring in some of this new scalloped washi at the top. And that spread is done. Super cute, and an example of one where I haven't whited out the dates. And I think it looks really cool with that honeycomb background. This spread is going to be much brighter than the last. And I'm really curious to try out this Beach Birds planner kit from Hubman and Chub Girl in my Skinny Mini to see how it works. I think I'll be able to use a lot of these boxes because they are quite small. We also have these Days of the Weeks stickers, so I'm going to use those. And I like the way they have the little circles so you can add the number from the date dots sheet. So I'll be back when I've added all the dates. One of the good things about their date stickers is that I didn't have to do any whiting out. They are made of a sort of vinyl material and they covered the writing completely. On the downside, I found that I accidentally stuck this one in the wrong place, tried to peel it off, and you can see that I've ripped the paper there. So they are not very forgiving. And if you like to move your stickers around quite a bit like I do, then these may not be ideal for you. I will just have to make sure from now on that I'm very careful when I put them down, that I get them exactly where I want them to be. So I'll add a few boxes. See, that's not very straight, but I'm not going to try and lift it up. I have a bigger box here. Again, not very straight. And an orange one up here. Now let's add a couple of fun decorative stickers. I think in the last Skinny Mini video I was talking about the World Cup and obviously hoping for England to win, which wasn't to be, but we did make it to the third place playoff, and it made me cross that a lot of people online were saying I'm not even going to bother to watch. I like to sometimes have elements coming off the edge of the page, so I'm going to add a couple of these beach balls. So of course I watched, and it was a really exciting game, and we came third and achieved our highest ever position apart from that one win in 1966. So that's pretty good. So if you've never thought to cut things in half and take them off the page, then it's good to do from time to time. I do feel that this spread would benefit from some washi, but these washi strips are too wide and too busy, so something a little bit plainer. But apart from the washi, I think that spread is done, so you'll get to see what it looks like at the end. Now onto the final spread. For this one, I've already added the days using that tape that I showed you earlier, and also some washi tape from Planning Thing. It's always fun in your spreads to use washi as a little base to create a scene. So I've got some sand and some sea, so that I can add Stephanie's cute little summer penguins. I always say the good thing about printable stickers is that you can print them out the size that you like, and also you can print them out as many times as you like. I don't think I have a lot of news to share this month. Over here in the UK, the schools have just broken up, and a lot of my friends are teachers. So I've been able to go out and meet up with them for a coffee and a catch up, which has been nice. The choir went along to a local church group to perform some of the songs that we did at our summer concert, but also mainly to sing songs that they could join in with. So it was a bit of a sing-along, which you could see they really enjoyed. We did lots of favourites like Bare Necessities, Summer Holiday, Any Dream Will Do, and Hit the Road Jack. It was really nice to do something in the community, so I hope that's something that happens again next year. I did my best to use all the stickers, but I've got a few left. But I think this spread is finished. I don't even think it needs mild liner lines. So this is another example of a really quick and easy spread to put together. And it's super cute. So let's show you the final reveal. So I had what I thought was a genius idea, because if you've watched these videos before, I always forget to add quotes to my spread. So I thought this time I'd make sure I leave a little space, so then when all the spreads were finished, I could look in some sticker books and find a little quote to put on the page. Well, I've been flipping through sticker books for over half an hour now, trying to find quotes that fit in the Skinny Mini. So this is definitely a gap in the sticker market, and probably why I don't use quotes so often in my Skinny Mini. This is how my spread using the Kitty Conga bundle from the washi tape shop turned out. And I did find this live in the moment quote, which I might be able to squeeze in here. I really wanted something just like relax or be happy or something like that, but you wouldn't believe the trouble I had finding quotes. So definitely a plea to those sticker shop owners out there. Could we have just even one page of smaller quotes, or even quotes that go along rather than so far up the page that we could fit into our smaller planners? But I really love this spread. It's really cute. And I wasn't sure which colour zebra mould liners to add. So I've shown this tip before. I take a little bit of paper, try out a few different colours, and in this case I decided I liked both of them, so I thought I would alternate them. On to spread number 2 and my experiment using stencils, which I think I really like for something different. And if I have any other stencils in my collection, it's something I might try again. There isn't really room for a quote on this spread, and I couldn't find anything at all. I thought I might be able to find a be happy somewhere, but I've probably used it because I do a lot of bee spreads, so we'll leave this one without a quote, but it's really, really pretty. And if you do have stencils in your stash, something you might want to give a try. I'll be honest, I'm not loving this beach bird spread the way I thought I would. One of the reasons is because I used this Days of the Week set, it's ended up with blue, blue, orange, orange, pink, pink, which although I like balance in my spreads, I don't like complete symmetry. Another thing was that the page did tear when I used those planner stickers. I'll have to do a little bit of research because I know it says that these stickers are repositionable. I'm not sure about these planner kit stickers, but I definitely don't think you can pull these up once they are down without tearing your page, which for me is a bit of a problem. I put that to-do list over where I tore the page just to make me a bit happier, and I used zebra mild liners on this page too, but because I drew the lines in the box, this pink came out a lot darker than the pink there, so it doesn't perfectly balance. This is one of the smallest quotes I could find from a Live Love Posh sticker book. I think I can just squeeze it in. Yeah. And now that spread is done. I do think the seagulls are super cute though. Finally, we have the penguins from Stephanie, Porter Arts Design. And it does look a little bit bare without the mild liner lines. And because I don't like writing on plain paper, I may use the checklist stencil and go in with some lines later. But probably, to be honest, I won't go to that trouble because this is meant to be just a quick functional planner for me. If I was picking a favourite spread this month, it's probably between this one and the cats one because they're so much fun. But let me know in the comments which spread was your favourite. This washi is still available and you can get 10% off with my code PLANSINTHEMAKING10. And I also have codes for Live Love Posh and Hubman and Chub Girl. If you'd like to see how I use this stencil in one of my journals to make a bee themed spread that had cut out windows, then you can go straight to this video on screen here and check that out. If I've inspired you in any way or given you ideas for your own planner, then I'd love it if you give me a like, comment or subscribe to my channel. And I hope you'll join me again in the next video. Bye for now.